What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Real Talk with Blanco. I am your host, Blanco, and we're back at it again at Podcast Summit. And today we have a special guest. She actually writes books for the youth, and I'm actually interested about this little small interview we're gonna have. As you know, I'm not somebody that likes to read books, but unfortunately, due to my incarceration, I started picking up books, and yeah, let's get into it.
Oh, wow.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well today. Wow, I heard your story. It sounds amazing.
Thank you.
Your journey from where you
I
are
really
now.
like the fact that your books have a very eye-appealing.
Okay.
I like that.
Yes, thank you.
That's my number one thing. To be honest, growing up, I wasn't like a perfect student, I would say. And I kind of didn't really like reading books or anything
Yeah.
like that. And it wasn't until I went to prison that I kind of was like, okay, this is all I kind of have right now.
Yeah.
So let me actually put my mind to work and actually read a book. But I felt like during that period in my life, the book had to be interesting.
Yeah.
Like the book really had to have like a meaning
Yeah, I
for it to
understand.
be eye-appealing for me, even if it was just the cover of it or the
Yeah.
back side. And so
Yeah.
yesterday when they gave me your book and I was reading it, it stood out for a lot of reasons. So
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you and then I'm gonna let you explain your book,
please.
okay?
Thank you. I
Um,
appreciate that.
I like the fact that it had a white and then brown boy in the front of the
Yeah.
cover. I really, really like that. And I feel like I kind of resented a little bit with it due to the fact that I'm the only Hispanic girl with all of my
Yeah.
coworkers, you know?
Yeah.
So it kind of made me feel like, oh, this is something I can relate to, you know?
Yeah, thank you.
And I
so
think
much.
the images are very colorful
Yeah.
and very eye-appealing as well. But also you could kind of see a story. Kind of leaves you kind of questioning, like, let me read more into
Oh,
it.
that made me feel really great.
Really?
Thank you
That's
so
good.
much.
I'm
Yes.
glad.
Thank you. Yeah.
So a little bit more about you. What is your name? Let's start off with
yes,
that.
yes, it's Crystal Morgan.
Crystal Moore.
Yes.
Okay, Crystal. And how long have you been writing books?
This has been maybe about on a 3-year project.
Wow.
Now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it's short story books for kids.
What made you just want to do books for that age range?
Yeah. I started my podcast on Spotify, motivational short stories. They were just regular stories. Then I started writing them myself, and I found pleasure. I mean, it just took me away into another world. And some of the stories I do share from other websites, but I started writing my own, and then I kind of fell in love with writing.
With
again.
writing, yeah.
Yes. And it was just such an escape for me. And so I said, wow, I started really noticing the kids, and I'm a grandmother and a mother myself, and I'm like, they're getting lost in society.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just wanted to put my footprint back into the world to give them something that was inspiring that they could look forward to.
Most definitely,
And
yes.
so that's where the short story series for kids came in. I just wanted to motivate them with lessons that they, maybe would not ever forget. And that was the goal for writing my books.
That's
for the
good.
school.
That's
Yeah.
good. What would you say was the most challenging thing of beginning your career?
Probably the sacrifice was never a problem, but probably just staying focused into, because when you have 10 other things pulling at you in this outside world. I had, like I said, I'm a wife, a mother, a grandmother, and my son got ill.
Oh,
you
wow.
know,
I'm so
and-
sorry about
yeah,
that.
Thank you. He's doing so much better now. But in between, I had to keep my eye on the prize.
Yeah.
And so, I just remember when he was in the hospital, I'm talking to the publishers and the illustrators and, just trying to keep focused on my end goal.
Of course.
And that was the
Do you
hardest
feel
part.
like what happened within your home base with your son gave you extra motivation to, I'm in the right path, I have to continue to stay focused?
Yes, it was. Sometimes you question things, but then you have to say, you know what, I can't. Maybe this is what God, my
Maybe this is the path I need to go.
this is the path
Most
I
definitely.
need to go. Sometimes just a tree will be in your way. You can't go over it. Maybe you can't go around it, but you got to figure it out some kind of way.
For
So that's what
sure.
I decided. I said, it's an obstacle, and My son and family, of course, comes first, but I still had to keep my
Your
writing
empire
going.
running, yeah, of
Absolutely,
course. The
yeah,
empire don't stop running ever,
right.
never. Okay. Would you write books for maybe older age groups or adults? Is that anything in your near future or?
That is such a good question. You are the only one that asked me that.
Really?
Yes, the only one, and yes, it is. Actually, my husband, he always tells me to stay focused. I'm the type of person. I see my destination. I see where I want to be, but then I got all these shiny red cars on the side, and I'm like, you know what? I want that car.
Maybe I could go
I
around.
want that car. I want that car, but I'm trying to stay, with the kids series for now, but I do my motivational series is going to expand into I have other books that are going to be written in terms, I want to go into the marriage direction.
Nice.
I want to go into African stories, it's going to be a series of different
Nice.
books.
That's
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah, thank you.
What was your upbringing like? Did you have like a rough childhood upbringing?
Yeah, my dad wasn't in my life, but it's so funny. We're making amends now, which is great. Raising a single mom, I saw her struggle. Went without. Like probably most of the population. And yeah, it just made me more resilient, a little bit stronger.
Made me more stronger.
Yeah, I made
of
my
course,
mistakes also.
for sure.
I mean, it's some things I did in my life I wish I could take back. But, I just said, if I could get the kids to see it, maybe they won't make those same
See
mistakes.
a different light. And
Yeah.
I think that's good though, because I feel like nowadays our youth gets so lost with the media that
Yeah.
it's like there's no positivity, at least
Yeah.
for our kids to look at and be like, hey, I want this or I want
Yeah.
that. You know how like in middle schools or high school, I don't know if you guys do it here in Atlanta, but where I'm from, we have like book fairs.
Yes.
Yes, like
Yes.
book fairs and stuff. And that's actually like good because little kids around that age range, they
Yeah.
like to go to the
Yes,
the
yes,
book
yeah.
fair. And it's like you need to have something that's gonna be eye appealing for the kid that's gonna say,
Yeah.
hey, I want this book. I want to
Yes,
spend money in
yes,
this
yeah,
book.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah.
So besides the book that I seen, what other books do you have?
Yes. My first published book was The Candy Store Nightmare. And
Okay.
I got that ideal. I just woke up in the middle of the night and I just wrote the ideals down. And it's every one of my books have a lesson behind it. The Candy Store Nightmare is about peer pressure and not following the crowd, and how it can get you into trouble if you do, if you're following the wrong crowd.
Of course.
And then I have my second published book is the Entitled Kid, and that's self-explanatory. It's about a young girl who was born with everything, and she appreciates nothing until her mother and father takes her back into their old neighborhood where they had humble beginnings, and she learns a lesson because she meets a young girl who's lost everything, but she radiates appreciation. So that's the Entitled
Wow,
Kid.
that's nice. That's nice though, because you know what? Sometimes, and maybe I could say that for myself, I feel like I kind of get a little bit confused. I don't want to say lost, because I feel like lost is completely different than confused, but I feel like for a very long time growing up, there was a big confusion because it's like we had it all, but I didn't feel 100% whole, so I couldn't appreciate the small I had. And it was like, I think as I grew up and as I developed, it was like, wait, I need to appreciate this. I need to value this that I have, because it could all be taken away. And although it's there present, while I feel like there's nothing, when it won't be present, I'm gonna feel like I'm really, really left alone. So I kind of had to grow up with that hard lesson of valuing what I have and feeling that it's nothing when it's worth millions, you know? So for a lot of kids, I could relate to a lot of kids that go through that struggle, you know, or the kids that don't like to read, you know, or the kids that sometimes feel like well, my friends think that if I read, I'm a nerd. Sometimes it's good to be a nerd.
The peer pressure.
Yeah, the peer pressure. And I feel
Yeah.
like every book that you've said so far, it has a meaning that is still relatable. And even at my age, it's still
Yeah.
relatable because the peer pressure is never going to stop. It's
No.
always going to be there.
Trust me, yes, that's such a good point. Even at my age, and I'm a grandmother, so
Yeah.
it's still here,
And I like that. I like that you can still make your books, even though for kids, they're still relatable.
Thank you.
Relatable.
Thank you.
So I
Yeah.
hope that every mom that buys your book or every kid that reads your book, they take that knowledge for the kid and for themselves and apply it to themselves. Because I feel like sometimes we need that little reminder.
Yes. Yes, and we do. Yeah, it's it's so interesting you said that because sometimes we get caught up in everyday life and we get sidetracked. But we need reminders, and that's just for the kids. I just want them to get the message. If they can get the message, then I did my job.
For sure. How long have you been writing books for?
This has been 3 years.
Oh,
now.
3 years. You did say 3
3
years. 3
yeah,
years. Do you
yes.
have a new book coming up?
I do. In September, I have, this is be my 5th. It's called The Empathetic Cousin. And it's about, accepting people for who they are. It's about
Acceptance.
Yeah, acceptance and perspective. Sometimes you got to put yourself in the other
Person's
shoes.
perspective. Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
see it I like to see it both ways, and I
Yeah.
always tell people that. Yeah, I
Yes.
could probably be the most trustworthy person you can tell a situation to
Yeah.
because I like to dilute or
Yes.
over analyze the situation and kind of be like, well, if I feel that way, how would they feel?
Yeah,
And not a
that's
lot of
true.
people can do that.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So it's going to be a 10-book series, and I'm just excited about it. I want to get into the schools. I wrote a screenplay for my first book, The Candy Store
Nice.
Nightmare. So if the kids can act it out, I figure, you know what, they probably
Why not?
keep that message with them. I
For
just
sure.
don't want them to ever forget it.
That's nice. What would you say has been your biggest accomplishment within the 3 years within your book series?
Probably the just being published. Period. That was huge for me, and just just the engagement that we have here. Oh, this has been amazing at the podcast summit. Oh my goodness, I will probably always be a member.
Okay.
And that accomplishment, it's so funny. I think about when I first was doing this and I was writing it, and I said, if I can just do one book fair, that's my dream. So now my goal has gotten higher since.
Nice.
Even
A
then.
new
Yeah.
goal has been set.
Absolutely.
A new goal has been
Yes,
set. The
absolutely.
last one got accomplished. It's time to set a new one.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So you're doing a 10-book series.
Yes.
So far you have 5 out.
Yes, 5 will be September.
5
Yes.
September and 5 more to go.
Yes.
That's nice.
Yes.
So when it comes to you being ready to prepare, give me a second.
Okay.
Hey, tone it down a little, just a little bit. Damn. I gotta remind
Put 'em in
them.
check.
Yes. Okay. So what was I gonna ask now that they interrupted me? Okay. So 10 books.
Yes.
5th one's about to be released in September.
Yes.
5 more to go.
Yes.
When it comes down to putting the structure of your books and knowing, hey, I want this one to have this message, what does your preparation look like?
Yeah, when I started writing them, I just started looking at my grandkids, and I started watching some of the kids in society now that's out now, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe that, when I grew up, it was lessons like this, in terms of, you can't do this, you shouldn't do that, you should. And a lot of the content in the books I started looking at, they were more for early readers. And I said, you know what, if I can get something to where, I'm at a 3rd, 4th grade level and they could actually see it, because the pressure starts around that middle school
Yeah.
for them. And I mean, it's coming into elementary schools now, but, I said maybe I could make a little bit of an impact. I remember seeing Denzel Washington said something it always stuck with me. He said, you have a period in your life where you learn where you earn and then you return. So I'm at my return
Those are
stage.
three really
Yes.
good components. Very good. That's good. I'm glad that that's where
Yes.
you are at.
As
And
a
I
return.
do want to wish you the best in
Thank you
moving
so
on forward
much.
and
I
everything.
wish you the best,
Thank
too.
you. Thank you
I'm
so
so
much.
proud of you. I wanted to tell you that.
Thank
Yes,
you.
and
Thank
yes.
you. I'm proud of you and
Thank
all
you.
your accomplishments.
Thank you.
And
Thank
being
you.
able to grow, develop, and set goals.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
I like that you set goals. You're very motivated, and it
Yes.
sounds like whatever you put your mind to is what your goal is to get. And I like
Yes.
that.
Thank
I really
you.
do like that.
Thank you.
Where can they find your books at?
Yes, I'm on Amazon, and you can go to your local bookstores and order them there. And
Okay.
then also at barnesandnoble.com.
Ooh, barnesandnoble.com.
Yes.
Check her out, guys. Make
Thank
sure
you.
you guys tap in, order a book if you have kids. And you know, it's best to set the plant or the seed early on in age, so that way the seed is always growing and watering the seed. You know, so. Thank you so much for
Thank you so
coming.
much. Thank you.
I'm gonna have her show you guys a little bit about her books right now. And yeah, this is Blanco, and we're out.
Yes.
You want to show them the books just
Okay,
like
yep.
that?
This is the first one, The Candy Store Nightmare. This is about peer pressure and not following the wrong crowd. And then this is my second one, The Entitled Kid, about appreciation and gratitude, appreciating for what you have. And this is my third one. This is called The Flawless Mirror.
I like that.
Thank you. And it's about self-worth and loving yourself for who you are no matter what.
I like that. I'm
yeah.
probably gonna buy it.
Okay, yeah, she was one. I'm going to give it to you.
Aw,
Yeah,
thank
I'll
you.
sign it,
Can you
yes.
sign it?
Yes, I
Yes.
will. And then my fourth one is The Outfit That Started a Friendship.
That's the one I seen, guys. That's
Okay,
the one I
yes,
seen.
Yes, and this is about celebrating diversity and dealing with prejudice. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
thank you.
That's
Thank you so
important
much.
right now too. I think with
Yes.
everything that's going on in the world, I think that's very important.
Yes, it is. It
Okay,
is.
thank
Yeah.
you, Crystal.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
I'll
make sure
sign
you
that
guys
for
go and buy
Okay,
a book.
thank you.